Greetings and salutations from the future / the past. Slidewhistle here. If you guys hear a slight crackling noise, like a or a, don't be alarmed. Don't adjust your headsets or earbuds or AirPods if you're one of those rich bitches. There's a slight sound problem that Aaron had. Nothing too major, just an occasional crackle here and there. So don't get freaked out. I promise it's not you. Well, I can't promise it's not you. It could still be you, but yeah, it's mostly Aaron. Okay, bye.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Straight at the Scarlet Halls, I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization.
And I'm Aaron, and I'm dealing with the fallout of not having the catchphrase at the end of the last episode.
Ba, 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 ba. What catchphrase? Whatever do you mean?
This is truly the season 2 of Do Not Relent. This time things are more serious. We have no time for goofs and games, only games.
Yes, we are here to bring you the very important and somber news of today. In today's news, former author of Junie B. What's her name again?
Actually, no, we need to edit that out. So I opened the article and somebody commented saying that it was actually in 2013 and that she was posting an old article, so we can't talk about this.
Wait,
Oh,
you mean
no!
the author? Wait,
She's
hold
been
up.
dead for 6 years and no one's cared.
No, the author of Junie B. has been dead for 6 years?
Let
Yo.
me fact check it to make sure, because this was just a Facebook comment.
Oh, man.
I'm ready to put this person on blast if they make me lose her again. Or I guess, yeah, well, I don't know what that would be.
Yeah.
Knowing she died, but then she died previously, but then she died again.
Confirmed, Barbara Park, author of the Junie B. Jones series, died in 2013.
I can't believe nobody told me.
Ripperoni.
I'm offended. All of you out there, this is all your fault. You should have told me. Oh my god. Alright, well, whatever. I guess we'll just move into real Warcraft stuff and not dick around about Junie B.
Aaron, what did you do in WoW this week?
The short answer? Not much. Because the old ball and chain came to Michigan. And whenever she comes, we always opt to do actual things in the world of Earth. But I did tell her about all the new things, and she's like, when are you going to buy me that sub? And I'm like, well, when these new things come out, you're not about to get anything from me until I can get something for it.
You're like, you will be getting that sub as soon as 8.2.5 drops and a recruiter friend comes back, baby.
Exactly. And she's like, I can't wait to play with Growlina. And I was like, me too. And then I reread the thing in the patch notes that are like, it's not like time walking where you're reduced. You're actually like a level 6 again. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, have fun losing your abilities. Ugh.
But that was all I really did. Immune, what did you do in the World of Warcraft?
As usual, lately I did a little bit of everything. I dipped into some PvP, so some arenas and a few battlegrounds. We did quite a few Mythic Plus. We got a couple more plus 10s down and cleared them in time, so I feel like a pro now.
Cha-ching.
Wow. You're a real World of Warcraft professional now.
No!
Wow, just like a real professional, denying me, the loyal fan, anything.
Yeah, but that's about all I did this week. I mean, I'm sure I did a lot more, but I'm drawing a blank right now. How about you, Slide?
Well, that Mythic Plus where we had we plugged a 9 into a 10 into an 11, right? Or was it right? We just straight up upgraded it 3 times in a row?
No, we actually, 2 chested 9s, then we got an 11.
Normally we have really bad pugs who just, don't want to cooperate or who don't want to speak English, and we had an all-star team, and it was very nice.
The implication is that they're choosing not to. Like, they're sitting on a lexicon of English, and they're like, no, today feels like a Portuguese day.
That's how it feels sometimes. Other than that, I got to raid on my Demon Hunter on Wednesday last week, and that was really weird. It felt going from range to melee back again. It just feels really fucking weird. I'm like, where do I stand? What's this? Oh, I can't do that. I've also been working on my Mana Pearl collection because I have not been to Najatar in quite some time. I've been routinely going back and suffering through Hunter Akama. Who is that? Was that you, Immune, who had Hunter Akama as their follower?
Yes, and I thought all of them were going to be so bad to level after because he was my first one that I leveled through, and I wanted to die. They were so bad. And then I like leveled up the other two, and they have quests that are literally like, find this diary, and then it's just like on the ground next to the guy that you get the quest from. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's your diary.
Well, let me tell you though, that diary one, you think it's easy, but it can spawn anywhere in that zone. So some days you're looking for 10 to 35 minutes trying to find where that fucking book is, and it's hidden behind a rock that was not there before.
I still think it's probably better than having to find 10 of those statues scattered throughout who knows where, and they're really tiny and hard to see.
Yeah, all of Hunter Akama's quests just take forever. I'm like, nothing's spawning. Everyone's taking the spawn points. This sucks. So yeah, just been trying to go back to like the two zones we had because, I've been doing a lot of other things in the world. I haven't touched a lot of Classic. I feel like as the week's gone on, I've just kind of played less and less Classic. I wanted to play on my priest, and then I realized that he still wasn't in Keranos, and I walked him all the way there, and then it was like, well, I guess time to go back to WoW Yum because I want to fly around and cave people's heads in and, feel powerful and not like a little dinkly old man. So, ugh.
That's how it feels now. It's definitely not yum.
It's not yum, baby.
I feel like I'll probably go back into it sometime soon. Sometimes I just want to feel like I want things to just be nice and quick. I want to jump right to the content. I don't want to have to re-earn everything. It's such a pain. But then also, one more thing that I finally did. I finally scrapped that fucking trinket from Crucible. The one that makes me dodge the daggers.
You're no longer dodging, the tridents.
I haven't had it on in a while, but I had it in my bag. Well, you never know. I might need it one day. But now I have two 435 trinkets. So I'm just like, well, I guess I don't see why I'm going to need this 400 one that hurts me sometimes. So I finally scrapped it. It's gone. I feel like I'm free of a curse almost.
And thus Crucible fades back into obscurity once again. Generations from now, they'll debate if it ever even existed.
The only reason I remember it exists is because I still have the eye.
Oh man, that
Praise
eye.
off.
Praise 'em.
Speaking of praise 'em, we should get on our fucking hands and knees, and we need to beg and plead with N'Zoth to please just let us kill Azara this week. Please, fucking N'Zoth, God, please.
Which brings us to our raid update. We have been getting very close to downing Heroic Azara. Last night, got 2 polls that were 8% and 10%. Those were some of our first polls of the night, and then it somehow progressively got worse. I don't understand because we were so close.
We are always getting her to her chaos form when she gets all the chaos emeralds and transforms, which is very good because I thought that was a far off fever dream. And based on what people are guessing of the time frame for the new patch, we still have a couple months to down her, so I think we're gonna get it. That said, I don't think we're gonna get it tonight.
No, we have to. We got her to 8% last night. We have to kill her today. It's the only way.
The only problem is, though, I don't know if we will have our full crew tonight, so I don't even know if we will choose to do Heroic.
No, we are.
All I know is I'm personally kamikazing myself every time I'm in there because I really like that talking about Azara is a good 4 minutes in this segment, and I don't know what we would do otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like this segment is always we're still on Azara. We still haven't killed her.
We have been on Azara for actually a month and a half.
At least with this time, we were super close last night. I thought we had it. And then the pulls just kept increasing in her health and going up and up and up. And I was like, man, we had an 80% pull. Oh boy, are we going to have a 100% wipe? Is that what's going to happen next?
No, next we're going to wipe to the Cursed Lovers.
That's the one thing I would say we do have down. We fuck those Cursed Lovers every fucking pull. They get wrecked.
I remember on our last pull of the night, or one of our last few pulls of the night, we downed them so fast the second big ad didn't even spawn.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
It's funny because people keep calling for like more pre-pots, and I'm like, we don't really need any more pre-pots because we're already killing this phase as fast as we can, and the pre-pots are going to wear off by the time we get to actual Azara anyway. So I'm like, well, it's not going to help us that much. I'm getting fucking sick and tired of two things in a Azara fight. Number one, getting sanctions when I'm like, I'm doing what it's telling me to do. I'm stacking with everybody. Why am I getting sanctions? Or it's like, stand still. And I'm like, I'm standing still. No one's near me. Oh, I'm getting sanctions. What the fuck am I doing wrong? And also, if that goddamn Myrmidon spawns and beats me within an inch of my life immediately one more time, I'm going to scream.
There was a poll last night when I heard you, and I was away, so I just saw him like slither down, and you're like, Myrmidon's coming, he's coming, and I watched him like 1, 2, 3, just one hitting members of the raid, like run.
Yeah, because like I was standing right next to Slide, and the Myrmidon comes up. He's like, "I'm gonna slither up here," and then boom, stabs Slide, dead, and then turns to me, boom, stabs me, dead.
Like, I swear to God, I saw him look me up and down. He was like, yeah, you're gonna fucking do. As he clubbed my ass. All he had to do, he just turned around. He didn't even move his little snake tail. He just hit Immune, like, over the head with his little club. I'm like, we're so fucked. That was such a good pull, too.
It reminds me of the good old days of Daza, when you're fighting the first boss, the Defenders of the Light, and you get that one random paladin who comes in, and like, if you don't pick him up instantly, he is going to spin around and cleave everyone.
But in particular, he's going to immediately sprint over there and like bops in.
Yeah, he's gonna pop. It's always him, or it was always him.
He was targeted by that fucking troll paladin so many times.
Maybe he took offense that Sin's a paladin.
That's funny because the troll's the one who's, defying all laws by being a paladin. You can't do that.
He's being gross. Ugh.
Get out of here. But yeah, anyways, everyone just send us your spirit energy, even though by the time we get it, it'll be too late. Maybe we'll bottle it and save it for next Wednesday, or next Tuesday, not Wednesday, jeez. Oh, wait, did you hear, Aaron, that we have lost Prolt as a raider?
Oh no! Did he finally retire? Like, as a human, because he's 78 years old?
No, but as other 78-year-olds, he has decided to pretty much permanently play Classic.
According to Lynn, our raid lead, he said that Prolt is hanging up his raiding mantle. And that's sad, because honestly, he was doing really good as a tank. Like, way better than he ever was as a DPS. But, I mean, hey, you know what you know, you love what you love, do what you do.
It's sad because now my confused raider voice, I'm going to have to pick a new one. He was always my go-to.
Well, I guess you can still do it one more time.
I vastly prefer Classic. If only I could get past the installer.
Oh, also, in other news, we have 43 days, 14 hours, 51 minutes, 27 seconds till BlizzCon.
Woo!
Pardon me if I'm wrong, but was that said in the cadence of Helga when she said that Arnold was gonna die to Harold in the big fight in Hey Arnold?
2 weeks, 3 days, 40 minutes, 52 seconds till you die.
Hell yeah, it was. We are a Hey Arnold podcast after all.
Wait, so it's really only 43 days? Holy shit.
As of this recording, yes, it is 43 days, 14 hours, 50 minutes, 48 seconds till BlizzCon.
Oh man, that's gonna be lit. I don't know what we're doing. I kind of want to make like episodes that are like 1 day release, just like straight up on the BlizzCon floor. But I know there's like certain rules for bringing in like recording devices and things. So I'm gonna have to look that up and see what we can and we can't do. But I mean, we have
do
phones.
It from a shitty apartment while the other two fart in the background. Although I guess, do you guys typically all be in one room or is it 2 rooms?
I want you to guess.
I'm gonna say 1 room.
Hey, you got it! Ding, 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 ding. Well, you're a winner, baby.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
you can hear their classic raider farts in the background.
yeah, I mean, at the very least, we can just record a quick episode at the end of the day and talk about what each day at BlizzCon was like or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think, yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good BlizzCon. I feel like there's a lot building up. There's a lot of phone jokes that are hanging in the air that I think they need to remedy, they'll pull out.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a WoW expansion BlizzCon, so that'll be exciting.
Hopefully. What else we got here? Are the server blades still on sale? The sweet donation thing you can do.
They are at least still being advertised as of when I logged in an hour ago.
I really want one, but I don't need one, and it's $300, so I don't need one that much.
Yeah,
but they're really
wish...
cool.
And they weren't really meant to appeal to us either. I feel like it's more so a draw on the nostalgia of people who have played from the beginning, so they can get a part of the server that they grew up on. I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah, but you can't target the server. That's the only thing. So you don't know what server you're gonna get. Which there's some servers I just don't want. I would not want to own some certain servers.
I wish that it was not only server specific, but expansion specific, so I could hold Warlords of Draenor in my hand, hey, yeah!
I will buy Warlords
it's
themed
me,
anything.
Baby!
This server ran Ashran. This one server alone.
Yeah, I would hang up the Asran server above my door.
I just know a fucking cat or something would swat at it. I'd be like, no, 15 years of WoW history. Damn you, kibbles and bits.
Yeah, no, our one cat, which we named Illyria, would totally try to eat the server blades and die.
She was choking last night on a piece of rubber. And that was really fun.
It delayed raid by just a little bit. It's are you guys coming in? And then, Immune was just our cat's dying. And I was like, oh boy!
I got to learn how to do the cat Heimlich maneuver. So that was fun. And I think it worked. All right.
Can we talk about the fact that when I took a CPR class, they taught us how to do it on dogs, but not on cats? American Red Cross, you are clearly biased.
I don't know, this is funny or this is sad. Yesterday was
That's our
first...
unique energy.
I feel like that could be our podcast's tagline.
But yesterday was the first day that you could actually complete the Najatar meta achievement to get the little the snapback scuttler crab mount. And I'm like, holy shit. It takes you 13 weeks minimum if you were doing everything correctly to get this crab mount.
Wow, shit. I feel like I wasn't even doing things right on the first week.
I can assure you I'm not doing anything correctly.
Honestly, one of the biggest hangups with it, you guys both found that laboratory, right? Mardros's laboratory or whatever. So I think that's the biggest hangup, is because it requires you to kill... Well, I think it requires you to kill 13 different bosses in his laboratory, and it's on a weekly lockout. So...
Yeah, I think I've only killed one.
I've only killed 3 because I didn't know that different types of stones you could use to summon him. So I was killing the same fucking boss week after week after week after week, just fucking myself over from this achievement. So props to you guys if you did it, because it has a sweet mount special where apparently it burrows into the ground and covers itself with sand. Or whatever it's on. So if you use it on the ship for the table mission, people who are underneath the ship can see the fucking crab burying itself underneath it. It's super cool.
Wait, so you just sit on ground level while it sits there underneath the wood?
Yup. And it moves sideways.
I need this mount.
Well, I guess you better start finding out the sequence for Mardros's laboratory so you don't fuck it up and do repeats.
Not gonna lie, one of the main reasons that I haven't killed more than one guy is because I can never find the entrance to the laboratory, and I didn't care enough to look it up because I didn't realize that it was part of this achievement.
That's fair. A lot of it is, just kind of hidden. I mean... We can probably easily get it, I'd say, before, the next expansion? That's how often I'm in Najatar
Yeah, it
now.
takes 13 weeks. I'm looking at my calendar here, I literally cannot get it in 2019 anymore. This has to be a 2020 goal.
Shit.
And I feel like I'm just chaining, my thoughts after my thoughts after my thoughts. But I have another thought. I don't remember the last time I saw Battle for Najatar happen. Aaron, you're often in Najatar.
No, same. I've been there so often because I like to fart around and get pearls and such. I don't remember it happening.
Yeah, it's because they don't activate it unless, as we said on a past episode, that both factions are somewhat even or like within a certain threshold, which just means that I guess we're outnumbered so drastically.
No. I think it's just completely broken. So I've been doing some research. First of all, I used the google.com and I got no results on anything. No one's talking
Whoa,
about
do you
this.
think we're going to get a sponsorship from them because we named it in the episode?
I hope so. That's why I said it out loud. Great.
Getting the Google bucks.
They're a small company. Maybe they want this exposure.
But so, I couldn't find anything. Then I was like, well, who else would know better than General Chat and Najatar, right? They would know, whatever. So I was logging in specifically at 3, 6, and 9 on server time. Because, you know, it's supposed to spawn every 3 hours.
feels so fine.
Damn.
Get low.
And so when
Oh, skeet motherfucker.
So when I was there on those 3-hour intervals, it never popped up, which I was like, okay, we're probably at a faction imbalance. And I'd ask people, hey, so when does the battle happen? And someone's like, if it doesn't happen, there's a server imbalance, and then we get a PvE event. You see, it's happening right now. And what was happening was crackling from the depths. And I'm like, crackling from the depths always happens. That happens. That's the one where you have to kill that purple skull boss, and you have to fight off the horde in, like, northern Najatar? Because before, what it used to be, if Najatar didn't happen, the battle, you would have to do the stupid Naga commanders, where you have to fly from each one across, 5 points in the map. That hasn't spawned either. What's going on? Did they just, deactivate everything completely?
It would not surprise me if they've just decided to unannouncedly forego Battle for Najatar, because it became so easy to just dodge. Everyone would just jump on a shard in which it was just your boys, and then you would go and win.
So you think maybe they're
So-
purposely not having it because they want to combat this shard hopping?
Yeah, because I feel like they'd be like, okay, it was a good attempt. We tried to get some PvP energy, and then people found a way around it, so let's not make it a big announcement or try to goof with it more. Let's just quietly phase it out. And the people who don't care will continue to not care.
Also, can we talk about how Slide came for Growl's job this week? What is this, Slide Scoop?
Yeah, what the fuck, buddy? She
I'll
needs
have
this
you-
job. She's got to provide for 9 pups.
I'll have you know, I've been talking to the general public for years now in our original podcast that only premiered on the streets of Dalaran. 3 hots and no cot. Thank you very much.
3.
Deoxy wasn't even there. Growlina's a founding member of 3 Hots, No Cot. That said, you were doing a better job because you were going to general chat instead of / yelling at people like I do.
Well, all that said, if you have been in the Battle for Najatar, please let me know, because I don't believe it exists anymore. I want that sweet conquest. It's not happening, and I'm pressed.
Well, since her job security was threatened, it's time for
Hey.
Growlina to really knock us out of the park with this one. Growl, what you got?
Hello, party people. It's your alleyway informant, Growlina, here to give you the news. I'm here with Plezzy, who's just telling me, in another world, she's going to something called the Blizz Convention. What do you do at this icy meeting?
Well, I go to look at the new games and hang out with my friends for a few days.
Very, very interesting. Are you excited for anything in particular there?
Well, I'm guessing the new announcement will be something like 8.3 or a new Hearthstone expansion, but I'm honestly mostly excited for the food truck.
The food vendors? You're going all that way for food?
You haven't lived until you've had one of the food truck tacos in the plaza.
Can't say I ever have. Well, this girl's gotta get one of these tacos and start living. Back to you boys in the studio.
That's the quality reporting that I pay you for. Although I'm willing to negotiate a lower wage. I mean, I do give you a place to stay. I feel like you shouldn't take all that gold.
Listen, she has 9 pups to care for.
Whoa, is this new lore? Does Growlina indeed have 9 pups to care for?
Well, she's been like a Mama Gma since Lower Blackrock Spire, when I was the only one when I would do that who knew where to go, because it's confusing as fuck. So I just decided, you know what? She's got pups to care for. And no, she ain't the baby daddy, because she wild.
Yeah, I mean, does she have a sitter set up for Brewfest? That's probably where this all started, right?
Shit, you think that she's a good parent? She's taking those boys to Brewfest.
Speaking of Brewfest, that shit starts up this Friday, the 20th? I think so.
I
think that
I could T-Mog into my Brewfest hat, and just every bit of my being started pulsing, and I'm like, it's almost my time.
Hell yeah. Another big blue post that happened this week. Blizzard made a post about the 8.2.5 patch officially, and there were quite a few highlights, so I guess we can just quickly go through them. They announced that this next part of the war campaign would be the conclusion of the war campaign. They are introducing Recruit a Friend and the new rewards, and also Party Sync, which I believe Aaron kind of mentioned.
Yes, I will be utilizing it, even if it will pain me, because all I'll be down to is just Fireball again.
In addition to that, they announced the WoW 15th anniversary event with a few gifts, including a little Nefarion battle pet.
Which I am very excited for. I'm about to be repping my boy. Maybe I named my panda after my brother. Maybe I'll name my dragon after my sister.
Hold up. Are you... Wait, hold up. Your boy is Nefarion?
Yeah. I am all about Deathwing. You know, after he threw me off of his back for the 170th time, I said, why can't we just be friends? And he's like, that's fair. I have a long-standing relationship with Malfurion.
Malfurion? The druid?
Yeah, with Malfurion. He's my boy, but also Netherion. I hate them all.
I also think Nefarion's different from Deathwing. I think Nefarion's Deathwing's kid. I'm pretty sure.
Well, then I like him too.
They're basically, I mean, all black dragons look alike. You know what I mean?
Eat dinner before you drink, kids.
Ooh, I am also in that boat right now. So, while we're all in that boat, I'm gonna pull Time Warp. Thought I'd just get it out of the way now.
Right in the middle of these patch notes.
Hold on, let me.
I mean,
let me
it's
grab
on
another
brand
beer.
with this podcast. We never know what we're doing.
How drunk are you guys right now?
I'm surprisingly a little drunk right now. Okay. Let me know when you guys are both ready.
I'm ready.
Let me get my timer.
I've returned.
Okay. So, as longtime listeners of the podcast know, every episode we do a little game called Time Warp, where one of us pulls it and the other two have 40 seconds to answer with as many responses as they can to a trivia question. And if you two boys are ready, we can get this thing started. Loser has to consume the alcohol.
Ready, Eddie.
I literally cannot afford to do so, so it better be like names of people in Aaron's family.
Okay, this week's category is who can name the most different types of weapons. So not like the names of the weapons, but like the type of the weapon. On your mark, get set, go.
Maces, daggers,
Glaives.
wands, staves, swords, axes.
Fist weapons, two-handed axes, two-handed swords, two-handed
Wand,
maces.
dagger, offhand. Ring,
Um,
trinkets.
projectile.
Staves, shields.
Well,
Did we get 'em all?
dang.
No, not
I
yet.
think that was them all. There's not a lot of them.
Sword, axe, mace, shield. One hand, two hand.
Trinket,
Offhand, blue
hand.
Blowjob, red hand.
Okay.
Panini.
Oh, Lord. I just sat there as you named them
Hi.
all, just with my eyes agape.
So I don't really know how to go about scoring this because I wanted to divide them into like one hand and two hand, but then like you guys just both started naming like axe or like mace and things. So I think I'll have to edit this in post.
Hey, Slidewhistle again. So Immune decided to fall asleep instead of editing his part for this podcast. Interesting. So for the time warp, it actually ended up being a dead-ass tie if you use his rules that he applied to it, because I got wands, staves, daggers, shields, and offhand. And Aaron had two-handed axe, two-handed sword, two-handed mace, fists, and glaives. So, hey, look at that. Everyone's a winner, everyone's a loser, whatever.
But if I had to say, I think Slide won, but like my initial tally almost said that Aaron won, so I don't know. Anyways, the official answers were one-handed axe, two-handed axe. Neither of you guys named bow or crossbow, I don't think.
Nope, I definitely just said projectile.
Dagger, I would have taken fishing pole because you could wear that, and that's its own thing apparently. Fist weapon, gun, one-handed and two-handed mace, polearm, stave, one-handed and two-handed swords, wand, and thrown weapon. I don't know what a thrown weapon is.
Excuse me, thrown weapon?
I think you could, like, fling daggers or something. I don't know, some classic something. Also, you're gonna edit in post. I can't. Who would fucking do that? That's so unprofessional and terrible that I can't. I can't even.
It hurt me you didn't put the Austin Powers theme in the background. I thought we had that established.
I thought that was just for the Austin Powers episode because we talked about Goldember so many times.
That is true. We talked
I did
about
it again
Goldember
later.
It's
a staple of the Aaron edited this one brand.
Anyways, I will drink for not correctly counting for that.
I'm going to drink because I know I'm going to lose when this comes out 3 to 4 days from now.
Anyways, where were we?
So there's a lot of shit in this patch, these patch notes. And I think one of the best ones so far that's shipping out to me is there's a quest to make the Lunar Festival clowns. Clowns. There's a quest.
Clowns.
Here, you dropped this clown license.
There's a quest to make the Lunar Festival crowns transmoggable year-round, which means they're toying around with the idea of letting us wear our holiday shit whenever we want, which means one day Growlina may be able to wear her little Brewfest hat whenever she pleases.
Brewfest hat is a powerful energy, but I'm really here for anniversary glasses.
Hell yeah! I was so excited when I got those boys a few years ago, and nope, that was the only time I could wear it.
Gal Pals 1.0 did not die for their glasses to be a one-time-a-year event.
They're just fucking glasses that just sparkle. Like, why take those away, Blizzard? It doesn't make any sense.
We have other glasses, just not those color ones.
It's some bullshit. But, so there's a bunch of, like, minor changes, like, one of, like, I think the silliest ones here is, like, goblins now wave at Gobber after casting Pack Hobgoblin, because goblins can summon Gobber, who's, like, a bank for them, a mobile bank. So now they just wave at each other, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I'll have you know friendship. The quality of the player characters, or the player character Goblin and their Gobber, has been at the forefront of my mind for decades.
Really?
Even before they were introduced, I was sitting there as a baby boy, like, one day a Goblin will summon his big, dumpy friend, and I hope they exchange a wave.
Hello! That's going to be what the wave sounds like.
So, additionally, they decided that Firelands is officially being added to time walking.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
It's a thing.
The DNR stance on classic content. It's happening.
I just haven't messed around with any of the time walking raids. I don't have time for that. Time walking for that.
Something that Slide will have an opinion on is that mercenaries no longer will benefit from the effects of the enlistment bonus in Battlegrounds.
You say that, but then I was trying to think, what the fuck does that mean? Because how that works, mercenaries are... That's like when the Horde signs up to play as Alliance, I think. Oh, never mind. You know what? I know what this means. This is great. Fuck the Horde. This is excellent for the Alliance. So, basically...
I have recently found out what this means, and I have a strong opinion of it.
I just figured it out. We, as Alliance, we are always the underdog in PvP. We always have basically a permanent enlistment bonus. It gives us like 50% more honor gained. Apparently, if you're playing as the Horde, you would be able to turn on mercenary mode and join the Alliance PvP fights, but you were also gaining the Alliance enlistment bonus, which is bullshit. And one of the comments here said, what's the point of being a mercenary if we're not getting the bonus? It's because Horde queue times are way longer than Alliance queue times. So, like, ours are, like, instant. The Horde takes, like, several minutes to load in, apparently.
That's just because there's so many of them wanting to sign up for Battlegrounds?
Yeah, because they're bloodthirsty animals.
Because they're disgusting. Blech.
Yeah.
But I think I saved the best for last. The biggest announcement is that the B mount is being added to 8.2.5, and also a whole slew of honey hive related things in Stormsong.
We're getting some of them butterflies. Okay, so we're getting 3 butterfly pets, which I think is super cool. We're getting like the crimson something wing and the something something. One of them's just called Poppy. Excuse me?
Hey,
Is this supposed to be a canonical character? I know.
Hey, Poppy. Okay, let's see. Which one is Poppy? Is it the red butterfly? Is it the pink butterfly? Or is it the yellow butterfly?
That's purple, first of all. He's the purple one. He has to be purple.
Hell yeah, I want Poppy.
Also, this is a side thing. It's been spoken of a lot, and these two don't care about it. But your boy confirmed via a Blizzard post on Twitter that the Worgen women can have glowing orange eyes. So we did it, boys. We got them.
I would like to actually take credit as a podcast. I think we are the ones that made this happen.
I definitely think so, because I feel like those other, like the furry podcasts are less, they're like, I just want to keep my human looking eyes because I want pretty. I'm like, make my girl look scary and please. So thanks, Blizzard. You helped this boy out. If you can get rid of the pupils, I would also appreciate that, but I'll take what I can get.
Hoorah.
Get them glowy eyes. But there's so much more to these patch notes. Like World Quest and missions now offer gold or war resources instead of AP to players who can no longer progress their Heart of Azeroth past 70. This means if you max your fucking neck out, you're going to be getting gold and war resources instead. Like, think about how many artifact power quests there are, and they're all going to switch over to gold and war resources. Like, that's humongous.
I am here for it, because I am poor, thanks to birds.
We're getting there. I'm 65, maybe 66 now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's coming up soon.
What level is where you get the third one? Is that 68?
65.
Then I'm that.
Yeah. I guess to wrap up the patch notes for, the announcement of 8.2.5, or do you have anything else to say, Slide?
They're removing reputation requirements for war campaign quests. This means that leveling your alt is going to be way fucking easier. You don't have to wait.
I did not see that, but that is amazing to know.
They're also going to make it so you don't have to have a level 3 companion in Najatar to access the war campaign in Najatar. So they're making quality of life changes that they need to make a lot more of, because leveling an alt is still a pain in the ass, only because I have to go through all of these like hoops that I've already done before.
The only thing that I really want is for them to make it easier for your alts to obtain essences for your Heart of Azeroth. I feel like that would be very nice.
That's the last one. I think if you get like a rank 4 or maybe even a rank 3, they should give you like rank 1 of that essence or something. Just so like like on my Demon Hunter, I felt so naked because I only had one essence choice and it wasn't even the right one. So I'm like, okay, well, this is whatever. They've also decreased the amount of resources that it takes to craft things from Pascal King and Mechagon, which is good because those things were expensive and those things are really helpful. There's just so many different things that they're altering and fixing. Like, it's a huge patch note list. You can find it online. I recommend reading it because it's fucking long.
So to wrap up the 8.2.5 announcement that Blizzard posted, just like in a one-off sentence at the end of their like Stormsong Valley preview, they mention that you can head over to Stormsong Valley in the next couple of weeks to discover what lies in store for you. So I guess that's a soft announcement that 8.2.5 is coming in the next few weeks.
Woo!
My gut reaction in seeing this post was that we're going to be getting this next week, which is probably unrealistic because it's Blizzard. So I'm going to put my bet for 2 weeks. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say a calendar month before BlizzCon. So I would also go for the 2 weeks, like the beginning of October.
Yeah, I agree. I think it lines up very nicely for them to just have this release on October 1st.
Hold up. Rewind the tape. Everybody, the most important patch note is actually right in front of my face. The chicken critters loitering in front of Ironforge can now again be slaughtered. Chicken slaughterers rejoice. The chickens
Finally.
in Ironforge are no longer immune.
They've enjoyed years of privilege. Those motherfuckers finally can live in fear again.
Hell yeah, I'm immune, not them.
Gotta make a bomb-ass chicken sandwich out of that. Ho, 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 ho. It's funny because chicken sandwiches are all in the news right now.
Although not anymore. It's been like, I was actually talking about this at work today. It's been like a week and a half since I heard about the chicken sandwich wars. Do we have an update? Do we have a winner?
I think Popeyes wins because there's one right near my house, so they have been declared the winner. Thank you.
Also, Popeyes doesn't have dated beliefs, so
Yeah.
Popeyes wins in general.
I was going to say Popeyes wins because they are not homophobic.
I'm snapping in agreement.
I'm gonna try and do an audio version. There you go. I clicked at you.
You did it.
I did it. Ugh, there's too much information going on in this segment. I say we move right on past to my favorite segment, our sexiest NPC of the week.
Who is it?
This week's sexiest NPC of the week is Enchanting, because she's the Enchanted Emissary.
Ooh. This is the one from Mythic Plus level 10 plus this season.
Who is
Beguiling
she?
is its name.
Literally every single person is asking, including me, before having to look it up for this segment. It's one of those sassy handmaidens of Ashara that show up in your Mythic Plus dungeons if it's over not a
10.
level 9. If it's over a level 10.
At a 10.
Yas,
Or
Queen
at a 10.
Ajara's emissary.
This bitch
I won't
is...
lie to you, gang. This girl don't have much personality. I see her maybe once a dungeon, and she just runs at me. And everyone in the raid tells me, you have to hit her with Fire Blast, you can knock her back. But I'm sure I'm not the only one out here who wants her to come up and love on me.
Oh, let me tell you, I love this pretty hoe. You want to know why? Because as a frost mage, all I gotta do is cast Ice Lance, which is instant cast, and I just hit her with like 8 Ice Lances, and then she disappears into the night. Just like how I like it. Short and sweet.
When everybody's like, we need to knock her back, I'm like, I just want to knock her up.
Ooh, girl, that's a joke that you made 2 hours prior. And I was like, is he going to do it? Is he going to remember?
Does he have the... it's still a good joke, I think. But also, seriously, if you guys don't know what a level 10 Beguiling is like, this bitch literally will just walk at you, and you just hit her with abilities, and she goes, and she bounces back, and then after like 10, she just leaves. It's the lamest experience, and it's so funny every time.
I mean, none of them are honestly that interesting, because you get the lady who's like, I'm going to do an attack, and then you just go behind a pillar like 3 times, and she's like, that strat didn't work, goodbye.
Oh my god, no, let me tell you, that bitch was a pain in my ass this week. We had dungeons where she was just standing in open fields, and I'm like, there's nowhere to fucking hide. We gotta stand here and take your fucking attacks. What do we do? You know what we had to do? We had to die and come back and kill her again.
Yeah. But I will say, I find it very comical that all of them, as soon as they're done doing whatever they're doing, and or you kill them, they're just like, oh, I'm out of here. And then they teleport back to the Eternal Palace.
But I think we can all agree that the Enchanted Emissary is the prettiest. She's sparkling. She's got that nice little purple and pink aesthetic going on. You know, that sweet vapor wave. The other one's with like a gross purple. And the other one is... I don't even know what the Tides Emissary looks like. But she ain't pretty like this.
Yeah, I love the like arcane aesthetic. It's so sparkly and pretty and purple and pink.
Okay, this is out of kayfabe. Do they use the same model as just Ashara?
You know what? They sure fucking do. And that's why she's the hottest.
They fucking do. Because they're just copying the steez of previous sexiest NPC of the week, Ashara.
Ooh.
Although I do believe that we gave that to her squid form. So I'm glad to know that all our bases are covered.
Ashara, BB, you hot no matter how you look.
Well, I think her pre-form, maybe like when she was like before she was Queen Ashara, she was kind of lame. She was like a little...
You mean when she was like a night elf?
No, before that, when she was just like, I'm not Queen Ashara, I'm just Ashara, you know? Titles make the woman, honestly. That's what I've always said. Titles make the woman.
If you ain't got the bills and the skills, don't come in my house.
My hills.
Don't come in my sexiest NPC of the week segment.
Get out of here.
Leave.
It's the end of you and me.
Enchanted Emissary, your award is in the mail. Unfortunately, it's going to be a week or so before you show up again, so it may take you a week to get there, but you know what? It's coming.
I guess that leads us into our final segment of the week. Top toot, bottom boot, or medium moot of the week. Aaron, what do you got this week?
Now, my WoW career this week was not too extensive, but I did play today. And while fighting my favorite sub-boss, Alchemist Pitts, I was attacked by a horde paladin. And I was like, snap, a paladin is able to heal. They have that bubble, so they can't, I can't hurt them. I'm just going to die. And then a friend came in, an alliance paladin, and he just says, I got you. And together we fight him. And I won't lie, that horde paladin was pretty good. It took us like a minute to fight him. But it was once again, I was saved by a much more competent member of the Alliance. And I said, thank you. I'll always remember you. And he said, I'll hold you to that. And then he winked at me and flew away.
And now he is eternalized in this podcast.
Yes. So guy whose name I didn't get because you flew away too quick, you are my top toot of the week.
Toot toot.
Thank you, sir. Immune, what is your TT, BB, MM?
I also got a top toot of the week. And it's
Ooga.
No.
No, we're not allowed to ooga.
There's only
until next year till the boats come
There's
back.
only 1 week a year we can ooga something, and it's not this week. Anyways, my top toot of the week is also war mode related. I was also going to say that my top toot came in when I was doing assault, and I was over in Zandalar, I believe, and I was near one of the Tortollan quests, and I didn't even know there was an assault up. I was just trying to get my Tortollan emissary out of the way really quickly because I didn't have too much time. And I fly in there, and there are so many horde, and they killed me before I could even get to the Tortollan quest, or they killed me as I was trying to talk to it because there's so many of them. And
R.I.P.
right, exactly. And immediately when I die, I'm invited to a group, and then we slowly form this group of like 10 to 15 alliance people, and we slowly res back and wipe out all of the horde, and then we hold this Tortolan quest for all of the future alliance people to come and do their shell game. And it just is so satisfying to come and wipe out that scummy horde who's just there to camp the Tortolan quest, even though that's what I did after I wiped them all out, but that's fine.
I'll fight their camping with my camping.
Yeah, that's what it's become. But yeah, that's my top 2 of the week. Oh, also, I was able to very quickly get my Against Overwhelming Odds done while doing it. But yeah, Slide, what do you got this week?
I got myself one of them bottom boots.
Oh no!
This one's gonna go out to my under rod 11 key that we ran, we being me and Immune, and we had potentially the stinkiest warlock to ever exist.
Oh, I forgot about this, or else it would have been my bottom boot.
And I'm really glad it wasn't, so I could steal it. Anyway, oh my god. So the title of the pug group was clearly labeled plus 11 under rod. Completion only.
Yes, because for the record, it was my plus 11 key, and I made it very clear in the description that, we are not trying to push this for time. I only wanted to complete it to get some gear at the end, and I'd never really completed an 11 before, definitely not on time.
Okay, because I was wondering what completion only meant, because I was like, I feel like any mythic key is completion only, because you don't get anything in the middle.
No, there are some people who are like, yeah, we will 3 chest this, and we are getting a plus 3.
We assumed that everybody in the group was, pretty aware that we're just trying to make the time. No, we're trying to not make the time. We just want to get the loot at the end. And, as a plus 11 goes, we're wiping like crazy. We're dying to this and that. The Hide Emissary was particularly brutal there because she was in spots where you just couldn't hide behind stuff. You'd have to run super far out to hide, and it was a pain in the ass. This guy, whenever we died, had to have a one-liner for everything. Oh, you guys really don't know this fight, huh? Or, oh, you guys really don't know how this dungeon works. And yeah, we do. We're doing everything right. It just does so much damage. It's plus 11. You're fucking up. Probably the worst one was, Aaron, you know how there's that big Krog boss where he makes the little babies that you gotta squish and step on?
Yeah, you gotta go squish all of his babies before they pop.
We were doing so good. We were squishing every single little maggot out there, and it got to the point to where eventually the tank made a mistake, and the boss got a little too far and ran into us, and it made extra slugs or whatever, and so we couldn't squish them all because some were just so far, and we're out of movement speeds, and we wipe at 8%, and the warlock goes, it's clear you guys haven't been here before, so step on the maggots or we're gonna wipe. Please and thank you. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? We were all stepping on them. Why are you being so rude?
You visibly saw us stepping on them for 8 minutes.
It was impressive. And he had to, it felt like he was getting mad that we weren't killing things fast enough and within the timer. And I'm like, dude, it's for completion. What's your deal? So yeah. Stinky Warlock, who I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to make him famous.
Blast him. Blast him.
No. I'm a better person than Stinker.
That's the ultimate blast. Your name is not worth mentioning.
You know who you are, Mr. Speed. It was just annoying having to do, it was I don't know, 35 minutes of just this trash talking lock. Read the description. You knew it was for completion, sir.
Also, I'm pretty sure if you're running a plus 11 key, it's not your first ever time running Underrot.
Get him. Drag him.
You know what I'm really afraid for? I'm really afraid for when we get a Siege of Borealis key. I have been avoiding Siege of Borealis for, I don't know, 7 months? 6 months? Because I really don't want to go in there.
I cannot remember doing it since, we were doing it on not even... Or I guess it's always Mythic, but Mythic 0.
Yeah, I remember we did it right when we were
even
first
doing it.
able to do it, and it was such a struggle.
So many things go wrong in there. First of all, the sharks in the water that we try to jump across. I think me and Immune both always fuck that up, and we get eaten immediately. I don't want to go back in there. And it worries me because Mechagon, they're going to make that into M+ soon, too. They have to, as it happened with Karazhan. And I feel like we haven't done it at Mechagon to really have that like down pat and have that ready to go, you know?
We should try to go back to Mechagon sometime soon. We should try to do hard mode or something.
Yes, I want to do hard mode real bad, and we're
Let's do it.
we're way more geared than before. So I think we can handle this.
That's your empty promise of this episode. We're going back to do Mechagon hard mode.
I feel like most of our seemingly empty promises we have come back to do. I remember that I have said in several past episodes that I want to do more Mythic Plus, and I have been recently, even though it maybe took me like 12 or 20 episodes to actually do it, but...
I think like 15 episodes I said I'd get into PvP. No.
But also,
that's just
Aaron,
my problem.
Me and Immune, we have 2 10 keys if you want to run them this week to get that gear.
Fart, I just might.
And I guess before we do our little sign off here, the Captain Cracker's pet you can whistle at and have sit on your shoulder, and the Dreadwake ship mount, they're both half off on the store. So if you want to get your little parrot for $5 and your Dreadwake mount for, I don't know what is half of 25.
$12.50.
Yeah, it's probably how much it cost. That's half off until Friday. So grab that when this pod goes up, hopefully on that Friday.
Yeah.
You have limited time. By the time this comes out, you have a couple hours. Get it!
By the time this comes out, it's happening right now.
But yeah, if you guys have any emails, questions, please send me documentation that you have completed the Battle for Najatar in the past 3 months. Send us an email at donotrelentlpod@gmail.com. I have to know. Or tweet at us on Twitter at donotrelentlpod. What about you guys? Where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at NewEraAlex. You can also follow our new Instagram account at Do Not Relent if you are an Instagram person.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at The Bigacheesy on Twitter.
How about that live blog or live journal? Is that what it's called?
I was really hoping you forgot about the live journal.
Oh,
You can
no.
follow us
I'm
on the
waiting for
live
that
journal,
URL.
which I have yet to make, but I will have announced the link tomorrow.
I can't wait to read these updates.
September 19th, it'll be on the Twitter. I'm going to be making a live journal.
Also, make us a LinkedIn. That'd be great.
I don't know if we need that.
You think I won't? I'll put a very professional business suit and tie on the DNR logo.
Okay, well, I gotta pee, so we're gonna get out of here. We'll catch you guys next week. And remember...
Fuck you!
It's back!
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
And now, a loving tribute to Barbara Park, author of Junie B. Jones books. Thank you.
Can we honor her and just say our favorite Junie B. Jones adventure?
Well, I will say that as a little gay boy, I loved the one, create your own adventure diary. So, it was like a Junie B. Jones themed diary book / journal that you would, she had, all these, questions about you and your day, and, you would draw pictures that she asked you to draw and things like that.
Mine's Junie B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus.
Now, about the diary, did it have late 90s, early 2000s patented keep your brother out of your diary technology?
It did not, but I also had one of those.
Wait,
Thank
you're an only
goodness I
child.
had-
Who are you keeping out of your diary?
What brother are you keeping out?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I didn't think about that. I just thought it was cool that I got to create a password, even though there wasn't anybody who would try to be breaking into it.
That was
Whoa.
the start of my early attempts to try and do voice acting. Was I was always my younger sister's gonna get one of those, and I gotta learn her name so I can scoop all of her secrets.
Scoop?
But then she never did, so it was really sad. Also, I like the one where it's Halloween where she dresses up like the hobo clown.
This one's for you, Margaret Parker. We miss you. We miss you. 6 years. I can't get over this.
We missed you.
we didn't know we missed you, but we definitely miss you now. We have dedicated episode 41 of Do Not Relent to our dear Barbara Park.
Boys, this one's for Junie.
Wait, Judy's alive still. They can get a new author.
No, Junie died when Barbara's Mindscape died. So did Junie.
I already poured one out for Junie, so